So somebody nominated President Donald Trump for the Nobel Prize. It could be real, it might be bogus, who cares? All I can say is, what took you people so long? Think about all he's accomplished so far. The stock market, it's nuts. Bigger jobs numbers than expected. Illegal crossings are falling. And 7 new planets got discovered. I mean, this guy's amazing. It kind of reminds me of a movie.
In a world where leaders moved slow, one man hit fast forward and changed our lives forever. Nude Man on a Nude Unicorn Looking Awesome Films present Donald Trump, Paul Ryan, and David Spade as Gust. Executive Action 4, 50 Days of Action. Rated MAG for Making America Great. Warning, scenes of gratuitous employment, border enforcement, and winning.
Winning. So, all right, hold your applause. Even better, Donald Trump's forcing sad comedians to lose weight, like Lena Dunham, who told Howard Stern that she stopped eating because of Donald Trump. Somewhere, a Twinkie breathes a sigh of relief. But Trump's also forcing other celebrities to eat more. Barbra Streisand tweets, Donald Trump is making me gain weight. I start the day with liquids. Who doesn't? But after the morning news, I eat pancakes smothered in maple syrup. Yes. Babs is getting fatter off the batter. I imagine her sticky, syrup-soaked fingers typing out those tweets on her phone. Her phone sticks to her hand. It's disgusting and arousing, and it's Trump's fault. But maybe Lena and Babs can join forces. Babs can binge and Lena can purge. But you got to hand it to Donald Trump. He really gets under the skin of people who get under your skin. So what else? What else has he done? Well, first month on the job, he cut illegal crossings in half. How often in life do you cut anything in half? If you're Michael Moore, never. You don't share. You don't split anything, not even a hoagie. Trump also reworked Obamacare and arranged for a summit with 60 countries to talk about ISIS. Plus, there are other things he might have missed. For example, he took time to feed a gremlin. Check this out. It's so adorable. There you go. Oh. And he taught a cat the shell game. You don't know how hard this is, but he was doing this in the morning. There you go. Yes, finally, he skydived without a parachute. He's there. That's him with Dobbs heading down. That's how they get to work. Anyway, so if anyone deserves the prize, it's Trump. He's already done more than Obama, yet Obama won it before he actually became president. That's weird. Fact is, the prize should be awarded not on how much the world loves you, but how much they fear you. So let's give Donald the prize, and while you're at it, put him up on Mount Rushmore right now. Seriously, how are those other guys up there and not Trump? I mean, Lincoln, he kept documents in his hat. It's just not right. And Jefferson, he had a bird named Dick. Lucky it wasn't the reverse. And Washington, I get it. He was our first president. But so what? It's easy being first. There are no predecessors, and that means no comparisons. But when you're the 45th, that's a lot to measure up to. And so far, Trump's not bad. The borders are more secure. Job numbers are up. Fuel pipelines are being built. Failing infrastructure is being addressed. Who knew Putin would be such a good president? This is what happens, when you don't drink. Trump doesn't drink, so you never have a hangover. So you get up in the morning, you get a lot of work done because you're not feeling miserable. You don't want to die every morning. And I don't think he's capable of doing nothing. It's like you couldn't see him lying on a beach or parasailing with Richard Branson. I don't think he's that kind of person.
No, he has to do things because, again, I can't imagine what I could accomplish if I didn't drink. And I never will know, because I always will. But obviously the idea, for example, of Trump being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize is absurd, and anyone can nominate someone for that. But you know what's absurder is the fact that Obama actually won one preemptively. At that point, he'd done nothing except for maybe the swag with the peace sign for the O.
Yes.
So if, like, liking peace signs makes you, get a Nobel Peace Prize, they should just have helicopters just throwing them down at fish concerts. Give them to everyone.
Imagine if there were jobs lost this month. month, the media would be in full-throated mockery, I would think. Correct?
Right. But instead, there were jobs gained. The only problem is that the media doesn't realize it because they happen to be gained in places like Indiana, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, where the media never goes.
Yes, exactly.
So it's invisible. Flyover jobs.
Yeah, flyover jobs. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Sure, there weren't more jobs in magazines. Why should I care?
Exactly.
Like, you know exactly what he's thinking because he tweets it, Kennedy.
Yeah.
What's your take on this guy? I mean, there are some things that I disagree with, obviously, and I was very critical of him during the campaign, but there are other things that make me think, like, he actually means it, whereas before I didn't think he did, but he actually means this stuff.
No, it's really interesting because, you know, there are people on the left, congressional leaders like Charles Schumer, and Chuck, as we like to call him here in the industry.
I call him Chuck.
Absolutely, and Nancy Pelosi. And they would have you believe that every decision he makes, every executive order that he signs, every cabinet member he nominates and has confirmed, it is the beginning of the end of the republic. And it's given them a lot of opportunity to cry wolf.
Right.
And they cry so much that they've actually lost their voices, I think, a little bit.
Breitbart passed away. Here's a reminder of how far ahead of time he was.
What I love about the global warming crowd is it's that group of people out there that cannot acknowledge that Islamic extremism is the real big threat of our time. And so instead of confronting that huge, massive thing where we could all die in 10 or 15 years, and they have no answers for it.
That was on Red Eye 10 years ago. Wow. So that's how far ahead he was. And I want people to be remembered when they hear the website Breitbart that it's not just a website, it's actually a hell of a man. He's a legend.
And a good friend to you.
Yeah.